Hello, beautiful people. It's just me today because I wanted to talk about something that I struggle with, and that's mental illness. I decided to do this one because I saw on Instagram something about an I Don't Mind campaign. This whole campaign is about getting people to reach out, to ask for help, talk about it. It's not something to be ashamed of. So today, I don't mind telling you that I struggle with depression and bipolar disorder. To tell you a little bit about my story, I spent around 10 years. I would just go for walks and hope to get hit by a car or a bus, or hoping to get really sick. If I think about it now, it's a terrible way to think because there are people who do struggle with these kind of illnesses, like cancer. I was 13 years old and I was wishing that for myself. That's horrible. I think I started so young because I realized I was bisexual when I was 12 and I felt like I couldn't come out to my parents. I was never going to be happy, so what's the point, right? After that, well, I never reached out for help, first of all, because people were going to ask me, why are you depressed? Why are you feeling that way? And I didn't feel like I could come out. I would hurt my family too much. That's what I thought. So I never reached for help. And that was 10 plus years. That's a long time. But the past 2 years have been the worst of my life. I couldn't get out of bed. I'd react really badly to everything, to anyone, especially people close to me and that were there for me. I would react badly, especially towards those people. I would feel, and I still feel, like a fireball right here in my chest that makes me angry constantly. Or maybe not constantly, but very, very often. It feels awful because then you start thinking like, oh, people are stupid, that's why I'm angry. So then I would just lock myself in the closet, cry my eyes out for a couple hours, thinking that I was the most horrible person in the world because I was treated like I was stupid when I was a little kid, and I was told that I was stupid. And thinking that people are stupid just because you're angry, it just made me feel like I couldn't do it anymore. I started getting like really bad anxiety. I found really hard to talk to people. When I would go shopping with Aaron, I couldn't talk to the cashier. The cashier would actually be talking to Aaron. I'd be like, I couldn't go out. I couldn't go for a walk if it wasn't with somebody close to me, somebody that I knew, somebody that I felt comfortable with. And I started to lose myself. I've always been this really happy person with a bunch of friends and that likes to go out, and thank goodness I'm back to that now. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I was. I was this whole different person who couldn't do anything by herself, who hated everybody, who would cry every single day. So, what's the point, right? That's what I felt. I don't want to do this anymore. It's too hard. It was too hard to keep going. And for the longest time, I refused to go to a doctor, because I was Wonder Woman. The problem is, thinking that way only got me to contemplate suicide every single day. I would consider it. And thank goodness that every time I would have suicidal thoughts, there would be something that stopped me. Most of the time, it was because I was raised by a Catholic family, and aside from being bisexual, if you kill yourself, you go to hell. So I was terrified. I'm not religious anymore, but that's how I was raised. The point of this whole thing is for it to be over, not to continue somewhere else. Does that make sense? I had these horrible, horrible episodes where I would scream. I wouldn't just cry. And in one of these episodes that I had, Aaron just like took my phone and called my mom. And my mom bought me a plane ticket and she said, you're coming home. I didn't think it was gonna help at all. My mom and my sister asked for a couple days off. My friends were there. My dad was there. My mom's partner, my brother, my grandma, all these wonderful, wonderful people. The psychiatrist, when I saw her, she diagnosed me with bipolar disorder. She gave me a lot of medication. The first time I was supposed to take it, I cried because I swore my whole life that I would not need medication. What I learned with this, and I would just, you know what? I have to take my allergy medicine every day. I take my multivitamin every day. So I'll just add a couple more pills. I'll put them on all in my hand like it's nothing. Take them, drink my water, go on with my day. I went to a psychologist too, and she was freaking amazing. She wouldn't just listen. She would just say whatever she thought. It was so funny. It was like talking to a friend, but being able to say everything I thought about, everything I felt, because there was no emotional connection. You know, if you have a support system, a wonderful mom like I do, if you have wonderful siblings like I do, these amazing friends, go to them. For me, that was amazing. I don't think I could have ever done it without them. Even if it's one person for you, that person can save your life. And I know, really, I know how hard it is to open up. You know, it took me 10 plus years. As cliche as it may sound, you're not alone. I believe that just listening to somebody's story could help, could make you realize that you're not the only one. That's something that took me forever to understand. It can make you want to live one more day. It should be taken seriously. I'm gonna leave a couple links below that really, really helped me. Keep fighting. Like my tattoo says, nothing good comes easy. It's a lot of work, but you can do this. I'm still here. So, thank you, and bye.